AI is taking over the world, Mags. Discuss.
It's true though, and I mean, is it true? I don't know. But for sure, I got very annoyed, very frustrated very quickly once people started saying, "Oh, I don't need someone to help me write stuff because I have AI," and I'm like, "Good luck with that, I
Yeah.
guess."
Yeah. AI has been evolving over a number of years, but it's only been publicly accessible in the last 3 to 4. And it has evolved from all the content that gets put online feeds into the AI machine. So it's not like it's magically created something new. It's using information and then being able to very quickly put it into some sort of context for you. So I think we're because I think AI is an important topic to discuss, and it's coming up a lot of, you've got people who are very AI phobic and are
Mm.
concerned by what it's doing. You've got people who have embraced it, built businesses out of it, on and on. And I'm very wary of it. I'm very wary of it.
I think, and I think in large part because I feel like we're using it in the exact wrong way.
Mhm.
Because we're using AI to take over our creative processes, and I always say AI isn't creative; it's repetitive. It's just it's. I always say it's a fancy mixer, right? Like,
Yeah.
but it so long as you throw in like butter and sugar and eggs and flour, it will make cake, but it
Yeah.
will never become chocolate cake unless you add the cocoa powder, right?
Mhm.
Like that's always how I say it. But I'm like, if we can use AI to free up time so we can do more of the creative stuff, then
Mhm.
excellent. Use it for that,
Yeah.
right? And I use AI. I have it draft stuff for me, but based off of something I've written, and then I throw it through AI, and then I'm like, no, you changed it way too much, and I changed
Yeah.
stuff back, but sometimes there's good suggestions in there, right? Like, but but I think, and so in that sense, it's a good sort of tool to use. But I think we're much better off using it for automation, which is your area of expertise,
Yeah.
than to use it to create and to take away our art and our
Yeah.
voices, right? Because that's what it's doing. If you only create your content through AI, then you're essentially taking away your own voice.
Well, the world's poorer for it, really, because it's not from who you are. It's from a system that has decided who you are, and that's such a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's National Technology Day,
Mm-hmm.
and technology exists in all form, but we're choosing AI as our platform to talk about. But what I found was, so I'm gonna 3 years ago, I think. It's been a little while now, but so AI got launched in a lot of software, and companies felt like they had to put it in there, otherwise they were going to get left behind if they didn't have AI in their systems. The problem was that they put it in, and people kind of went, what is this? I don't understand what to do with this. What is it for? How am I supposed to use it? And it was kind of like, well, it's important for you to know that it's there. Okay. Oh, but now we're going to charge you more for it. It was like, it was that evolution of, people didn't have a choice of it being integrated. And then it was unclear about what it was supposed to do because it was still evolving. And then it was like, but now we're going to charge you for because we've made that effort to give you this, even though you don't know what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
And and it was and I had it was like, companies would say, we've got AI now, therefore it's going to improve our business because we've got it. And I'm like, but what are we doing with it? Like, it was just this, it was it was that unstable environment of it can do so much. And you were hearing about millionaires being born almost overnight because of AI. AI prompting, I think, is one of the largest growing um, HR sectors in the world, because it's such a specific thing to learn how to do.
Mm-hmm.
but it is feeding a machine. It's feeding something that, I do very basic prompting. I mean, my ability to use AI is ground level. Like I am, and I know that there are applications for it. I know that you can use it more and more for automation, and I use systems that have automation structures, and I like them. But
Mm.
I I'm very cautious of what it's done to society and to business in such a, in a short period of time. It has changed the game in the way that people run business.
I think as well, I worry about us using it in ways where I'm like, but we need human beings for this, right? Like people using AI as their therapist, and I'm like, that worries me so much because, and we've said this before in different episodes, but people provide context, and I think
Mm,
that is true here as well, right? Like when you go see a therapist, even if you go see them online, they can see your facial expressions, they can hear your tone of voice, they can hear emotion in your voice, there's so much more they pick up on than the
mm,
words. In fact, they mostly pick up on the things that you're not saying.
yeah.
And AI doesn't pick up on the things you're not saying. It doesn't pick up on the fact that when someone asks you a specific question, suddenly you get a frog in your throat. that
Yeah.
and that that's information, right? All of that is information that we as humans use when we're communicating with each other. This
Mm,
is and that's where I think like AI is great when we use it as a tool to help us get further faster, like through automation, or like do some of the busy work. Great.
mhm,
Like then I don't have to do the busy work. That's fantastic. But when we use it to replace human connection or human
mm,
creativity, like we need more humanity in this world, and AI is taking humanity away. And
yeah.
that's where it worries me, because because and like of course I've been on my own mental health journey this this last sort of couple of years, but um what I'm finding is that connection to other human beings is what heals us. And we're
Yeah.
in this world where there's so much noise, and we're just adding more noise because AI is just adding more noise. And now we
Mhm,
can't even trust all the noise because some of the noise is just made up noise. I
yep.
mean, it always was, but you know what I mean. It's just easier now to make up the noise
Mhm,
and make it look real. And so like through that, I think we're creating disconnection rather than connection. And it's
mm,
connection that we as society, as humans, that's what we need. And AI
yeah.
it's not going to bring us that.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to bring up something that is a little bit unusual, but so the Manosphere
Mm-hmm.
documentary that came up, and it was what was so amazing to me was there'd be a live video done, and within maybe a few minutes, all the shorts would then suddenly be circulating out to with clickbait and everything. And I'm like, how are we moving that fast that there's not even time to process whether that is something that should be out in there? Like, and it's like, I think the one of the guys he was recording 8 hours a day or something or other.
Oh,
And I'm like, what nonsense is just being circulated all the time in those spaces? And it's not even constructive noise. It's just noise. And how much are we
and
now
again, it's
getting
noise
that?
that's dividing people, right? Like
Yeah.
we can get into a whole big discussion about all of this, but that is sort of more in the philosophy of the world and all of that stuff. But I think that um, what we see is that I think we're replacing the wrong aspects of our work. But also, I know I've recommended this book to you a number of times, but Invisible Women, which talks about the gender bias. There it is. It's so good.
Hmm.
Um, and in it, they also talk about technology in it at some point and say like that bias that we have as humans increases once it goes into technology, right?
Yeah.
So it's so and therewith it increases the divide that we're creating. Like,
Yeah.
and that is what worries me about it. Like, I'm not worried that people use AI to write a better letter with their application. Like, I don't care.
Hmm.
Use it. Like, that's the same with people were like, oh, spell check, that's cheating. Well, okay, great,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Like those kind of applications, I'm not too worried about. But it's that what you're saying there, right? Like it's like we can create information so fast and so slick and so like and our brains are just taking it all in, and
Yeah.
we're removing connection. We're less connected to the people around us, and that is where I feel the real danger of this is.
Yeah, definitely,
Oh, we're
definitely.
being very conspiracy theory is,
But yeah, it
but
is.
it
I
is
mean,
a worry I have.
go back to A, it is artificial. Like
Yeah.
I think that's where the believability of AI is. And I worry about some stuff I see online. I'm like, is this actually true? I then go to other sources to try to verify if what I'm seeing is actually
Like
correct or not.
even like videos of little babies with puppies, I'm like, this is not
Oh,
true because I've seen this same video, but with a different breed of dog and a different color baby 5 times, right? And that's so sad because I like videos with puppies and babies. Well, mostly puppies.
but
Babies,
also,
I'm less bothered.
then you're getting someone who flips it. So then you're looking at it. So it's like left to right. And then you see another video that's right to left of exactly the same video. And
Yeah,
I'm like, great.
this isn't a real puppy. I want real puppies. Give me the puppies.
I
I
like
want
the kittens
puppies.
dancing though. That's always fun. But what's happened was that's based on someone else's content. And
Mm-hmm.
so they're using there's a weatherman who's a dancer. He's very funny in America. And he had this dance that he created. And someone messaged him one day and said, do you know that your dance is being used on AI videos? And you're not getting credited as the as the owner of that dance because it was a one he did. And it was like it sparked a conversation of, well, then who owns what's being out there? Like where does the ownership and copyright start of that sort of thing when something's being ripped off from something else? Like
Yeah.
it's a minefield for this space of next gen business owners that are like, well, I have to do this to get ahead. And it's like, well, just have a think about whether that's going to benefit you or if you're doing it because you think you should do it.